Hey everyone, Johnny Key, the Cheap Car Collector here, and today we have the market update. We've never done this before. Usually we do breaks, but it's a tough time in the hobby, as some of you know. This is being filmed in October 2022, so I thought I'd do a video on the state of the hobby. Market's down. I think cards overall are down on average about 20%. So it's a tough time. People are seeing cards they bought even post-pandemic, when after the market came down, have come down even further. So I'm here to talk about whether we're good or this is the end of the hobby. So I'll go into some things. I'm trying to provide both sides. I'm incentivized to tell you everything is good, keep spending in the hobby, so all the cards go up and the market stays healthy, and I really hope it is. But I'm here to present both sides, right? Because we could be good, we could be bad. You make the call, and I would never tell you how to spend your money, but just food for thought for you to consider. So, before I do that, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, like this video. We appreciate your support. The more subscribers we get, the more stuff I can give away. I do the most on Instagram, but would love to do it here as well. So, I hope you enjoy the video. Um, so, to start, I'll go into first the positive, right? So, why are we good? Why is the hobby car collecting in a great place? Why should you not panic, right? So, we'll start with the good. Um, it's right now, it's October. Baseball's in the postseason, but all the other sports, football, basketball, hockey, are in season. And as you know, when the season starts, cards go down. Likely because people in the preseason are hyping up all the players. Everyone was big into Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and very few guys actually live up to the hype. I think I would argue in the football season right now, we're week 7. Only the guys that have really lived up to the hype is Jalen Hurts and maybe Tua, but he got hurt, right? Everyone else has been okay. So the market hyped everyone up preseason, and when week 1, 2, 3 started, everything came crashing down, with the exception of Hurts and maybe Justin Jefferson. So that happens. That happens every year, right? So you're always told to sell before the season starts and to buy right after, and that's where we are. Same with basketball. The season started. Same with hockey. Baseball's most teams are out, so we always are in a down market in October, November. It's just every year. It's normal. So that's one reason I think that this downturn, even though it's bad, it's not as bad as it should be or it normally is. Two, obviously, is the economy. The economy is not great right now, right? We're in a recession, we're near a recession, mortgage rates are up, people have less money to spend, and so the card market is feeling it. But as we know, the market always recovers, right? 2008 was bad. The Depression, even you want to go that far back, um, things recover. So the economy is bad, it will get better. And so if you assume that, then if that's the cause of this down market, we'll be okay from a car collecting standpoint. Corporate money. So, one of the things I didn't get to go to National this year, but from what I heard, a lot of corporations were there. A lot of corporate money's back in the hobby, right? So there's a lot of financial backing. Fanatics, obviously, with the acquisition of the licensing, and there's a lot of corporate money this time around, whereas before it was sort of left for dead. So one could argue people follow the money, but if corporations are in, investors are in at the high level, it's going to take care of the hobby in itself. So that's one positive that we never had before. And finally, I call this a good thing, but during COVID, right, you had crypto, you had NFTs, all this money from flippers, right, coming in, trying to pump things up, trying to get a quick buck. Well, they're gone now. And while those people helped the market during COVID, I'd argue it's not a healthy market, right? And then the market has come down a bit. I think that all those people have left. People have left crypto. Now we're in a stable, normal market. So things should go up slowly. You're not get these swings. And long term, this is better for the hobby, right? Number one, we're not pricing people out of expensive of regular stuff because all expensive money is taking it. But also, there should be a nice gradual rise, like any market, right? You're going to go like this sometimes, but you're going to go up versus this in a volatile market. It's just not healthy. So I'd argue some people say this is bad because once they left, prices came down. But I think for the long-term aspect of the hobby, this is a good thing. So if you believe all those things, we're in good shape. Don't sell, don't panic. It's long term, we're going to be okay. However, let me jump on the other side. Why we're not good. Um, One thing I think about is new money, right? Even though those flippers left, money has to come from somewhere, right? You need more money to get into the hobby to keep the values afloat, right? If you take a card, suddenly no one wants in the whole world, it's worthless. The only thing that makes it go up or down is the value that someone's willing to pay, right? So you either need new money, because otherwise you're just money shifting around from player to player, card to card. If you buy a card at $50 and you want to go up to 100, well, someone has to pay $100 for it, right? And someone either has to allocate money from another player or collection to get do that, or you need a steady flow of cash. So where's the money coming from? Um, During COVID, you had all the money from people not traveling, not doing anything, sitting at home with all this cash. Well, now people are traveling again, like never before. People are doing other things. So the kids are getting into the hobby, which is good. But even that's sort of a long-term play. You need the new money to come into the market. Where is it coming from? I don't know. Print runs. So there's a lot of content on YouTube from Scotty B, Sportscard Investor, Jabs, Striker Breaks, great channels by the way, I love them all. But they do some analysis of print runs, and it's alarming the print runs from the last year and even this year, right? Panini's losing their license, so what do they care? Who knows? But they're trying to cash in. They're overprinting everything, right? I mean, print runs are just exponentially higher, and so a lot of base cards are worthless, and even a lot of special inserts. I mean, they take the home field advantage for tops. Um, those are, I mean, how many are there? I mean, they're nothing now. They came out, they were $100, now they're like $20, right? And could be going down. The Wander Franco tops paper. I mean, obviously, when that came out, that was overinflated. That's like a dollar card, right? So back in 2018 or even before that, base cards were valuable because they just weren't printing a ton of them. Now everything's worthless, you could argue. So print runs are alarming. And if I'm Fanatics from a business standpoint, as much as I'd love to lower print runs, why would I do that? Right? The demand's there. I'm going to print a ton. So that's going to be a problem. Um, uh, Speaking of Fanatics, their acquisition of license and Panini, what does it mean for the hobby? We don't know, right? It's a sort of an unknown. Um, I think people don't have a positive view of Topps with the whole Topps Chrome fiasco. Panini with the quality, of the cards, and who knows with Fanatics. So there's this big unknown, right? What will the hobby look like? They're talking about just limiting distribute student to hobby stores. We're talking about controlling the breakers, talking about controlling eBay. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty here, and so it could kill the hobby. We have no idea. So that is a big unknown that I think people are not talking enough about. And this one's sort of a wild card. So as we all know, this quarterback class recently that just got drafted, their product hasn't come out yet. There are no quarterbacks, right? Kenny Pickett is playing. He looks okay. None of the other guys, Desmond Ryder, I don't even know the other ones. They're not even playing, right? There's no hype. There's no hype. And on the NBA side, it's a little better. Scotty Barnes and Cade Cunningham, Mobley, um, they seem to be okay, but they're not, Zion. They're not LaMelo Ball and Ant-Man, right? They're not, there's no hype, right? So you're gonna have this class of the two biggest sports with no rookies that anyone cares about. While you could argue it's just sort of a lull, like every rookie class can't be the best, it's sort of not great at this time when there's delayed printing of sets, all this other stuff, and you have no set or no chase cards that gets everyone excited, right? It's sort of bad timing. People argue people will start collecting running backs now and receivers, defensive players, maybe, but it's all about the quarterbacks, right? It's all about the stars. And it's unfortunate timing wise with everything going on that we don't have great prospects to carry us. So baseball's got Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt, Torkelson, Kalenic, although some of these are not panning out. But at least you got Julio, right? You got someone to keep baseball going, but you really need the big guns, and it's a problem. Um, so look, depending how you look at it, we're good, we're not good. I can go either way. So what does that mean? I have no idea, right? I mean, just like any market, we have no idea what's going to happen. I throw my hands up in the air. One good thing is collectors. This is your time to rejoice, right? Prices are down, cards you wanted that you couldn't afford, now's the time to buy. Maybe wait a little longer, but now is the time for the collector, right? The investors are panicking, prices are down. If there's a card you've been wanting, like a 1981 Topps Joe Montana rookie card, which I want, now's the time to get it. Um, I would say be patient. Let's see how things play out. Don't panic sell. You could argue you should buy. It's a low market. I could get behind that, but don't just be patient, right? Don't blow up your collection because things could be completely different in 3, 6, 9 months from now. And finally, some good advice that I've heard is just take a break, right? If you're like me, I look at cards every day. I'm always looking at finding a deal, what card I want. It's tough to take a break, even for a day or two. If I'm on vacation, it's different. But if you're curious or you're not sure what's gonna happen, just take a break, take a week off, see what happens. You're not gonna miss anything major. See what happens. It'll really recharge your brain, refresh your mind, and maybe have a better perspective and see where things go. So that's a video. I'm going to do this every year. I see other people do it. I just want to get my thoughts out there. A lot of content out there, and I think let's wait and see. I hope we're okay, but again, I have no idea. So hope you enjoyed the video, and hope everyone has a good day and good night.